This Earth 8 report. So after devastating flooding from earlier this year, a local farm making a comeback, trying to regrow. The damage was hard hitting though at Willow Farm. They had to learn to make the most of what Mother Nature sent their way. We know it's been a hard year for so many farmers. So we're taking you now to the Tijuana River Valley in today's Earth 8 report. The natural elements here make it so special.
You know, it feels like we're in the middle of nowhere, but we're right on the edge of an urban area.
But those same natural elements can wipe it out in an instant. The Willow Farm is on a floodplain alongside the Tijuana River. And in mid-January, these images show floodwaters taking over the farm after heavy rainfall.
The flood kind of covered all of our growing fields and where we're standing now.
And it was with a heavy heart, Ann Baldridge tells us, all the crops considered contaminated, so they had to start over.
Of course, it was devastating, and it meant that we had to stop selling our produce.
A consistent group of people counted on their crops for food, but here they are almost 5 months later, and they're still waiting for those crops to grow.
We got a few lettuces in here.
Oh, yeah.
There are some tomatoes, slightly more mature tomatoes over there.
Okay. It took some time to till the land and let the soil rest so the land could be ready for replanting. But in that time, the farmers were able to rethink some of their practices, adding more variety, building their biodiversity.
We're really trying to plan big picture, plan for the future, and think, you know, if we're going to continue to farm here, which we will be, you know, how can we withstand when those kind of natural events happen?
Along with their crops that are starting to grow now, they do have their orchard. It's full of fruit trees starting to bloom, and a sort of silver lining, this area hasn't needed irrigation in months thanks to the heavy rain. It's really beautiful to see the variety of colors and flowers that are now growing, and they're really thriving. In fact, later on this month, they're going to start selling bouquets of flowers here.
We have a bunch of like sunflowers here and sweet peas and a whole bunch of other flowers coming up.
So after a several months long setback, they can now welcome volunteers and students on field trips to learn about farming, composting, irrigation, and of course to meet their goats and their chickens. They also have a calendar full of workshops to teach everything from beekeeping to lip balm making, but most importantly, the lesson of how to work with Mother Nature, a lesson they're always working to figure out so they don't face setbacks in the future. So this is one of those farms where we can go volunteer and get our hands dirty and learn how they make our food. It's really a special place.
And then you can bring that back to your own garden and then impress yourself.
Make your own cucumbers and tomatoes. But you know, for almost 5-6 months now, they're going to have to wait to be able to sell crops again. So that's a huge setback. So many farmers here in San Diego and throughout our state have really been held back due to all the heavy rain.
So much at once.
Very much so. As a kid, I needed kind of the like hands-on approach to understand things. So to be able to go out to a farm and do things yourself
and see how hard it is, that work. They will have eventually here this summer, you pick them for strawberries, which would be really fun. But strawberry picking is not easy.
No.
So every strawberry bite you take, it's a newfound
especially like in the summer, when it's hot out. I mean, the strawberries are delicious, but you get it's strenuous work.
Get out there and do it, and then you'll really enjoy every bite, every salad, everything.
Those crops also need the sun to help with the water. It all works together, pal. So where is that thing?
Mother Nature.